to Big Boss.
My little entrepreneur story. A trip that sparked a bigger dream. The story of Rayyan and KWOH Distributions. Hi everyone, meet Rayyan. Today, he is building a business called KWOH Distributions, which creates products and custom merchandise for schools, events, and companies. But before he worked with products, customers, and suppliers, Rayyan first learned something much simpler. Every choice with money could matter. Rayyan grew up around family members who were interested in business and finance. At first, he did not understand every conversation he heard. Some ideas may have sounded too big for him, but the more he listened, the more curious he became. His uncles helped him learn about finance in simple but effective ways. They encouraged him to save a set amount every week from his pocket money. Those habits may have felt small then, but they taught him how to think carefully and understand his financial choices. Even the games Rayyan enjoyed had a lesson hidden inside them. He liked games where players could trade items, sell things, and grow their wealth. To him, it just felt like playing. But while he was trading and selling inside the game, he was also learning that value could change. One day, Rayyan traded his way up to a rare item in a game. Although the item was not very valuable when he first got it, it had the potential to become worth much more later. However, Rayyan wanted instant rewards. He was eager to get his virtual money back so he could buy other games immediately. Because he couldn't wait, he traded the rare item away long before it could reach its full value. A year later, that same item became worth many, many times more. Looking back, he realized,
I moved too quickly. I wanted the result right away, but I did not wait long enough to see what it could become.
From then on, he knew that waiting and thinking carefully leads to better outcomes. He carried that lesson with him as he got older. Eventually, making careful choices wouldn't just be about virtual items. It would be about real life, real customers, and finding the right person to help him start a business. Years later, during his time in the Army, Rayyan met someone who would become an important part of his entrepreneurship journey. What started as a simple connection eventually grew into a powerful business partnership. Their first idea was to open a learning center. It sounded practical because students often need extra help with schoolwork. But in business, your first idea isn't always your final destination. Sometimes, it's just a stepping stone to something better. After their time in the Army, his future business partner invited him on a trip to the Canton Fair in China. The fair was filled with suppliers, which are people and companies that make or sell products. It was a complete detour from their original plan, but Rayyan was curious. He thought,
what if this trip shows us something we have not seen yet? If I don't go, I may never know.
So Rayyan said yes and went. During that trip, they began to see a different possibility. Many people in Singapore needed good products, but they might not know where to find the right suppliers overseas. As they explored the fair, the idea became clearer. This was a problem they could help to solve. That was when their direction started to change. Instead of focusing only on a learning center, they explored the new opportunity of helping people find the products they needed and the right businesses to create them. Alongside their new sourcing business, they were developing an original product of their own called Shower on the Go. It was a body wipe made for people who needed a quick and easy way to freshen up during a busy day. This gave them an exciting second way to reach and serve their customers. Soon, a meeting made the business feel more real. They pitched to a Lifestyle Mart manager, hoping to get their wipes in front of more people. If the store said yes, Their wipes wouldn't just be sitting in boxes anymore, and customers would finally see them on a real-life store shelf. After several rounds of conversations, the store finally agreed to put their wipes on the shelves. Rayyan felt excited, but this chance also came with real work. They needed money, storage space, product stock, and an online place where customers could learn about KWOH Distributions and its products. To do this, Rayyan borrowed money from his uncle to jumpstart the business. At the same time, his business partner spent weeks looking for an affordable storage space, while Rayyan worked on building their business online. Even with all their hard work, the business was growing slowly. On some days, Rayyan couldn't help but wonder,
why does it feel so slow? Will people really trust what we're building?
Those questions were heavy, but Rayyan knew that quitting wouldn't bring any answers, so he kept moving forward. It didn't take long for the business to start buzzing with activity. Suddenly, Rayyan and his small team were juggling everything, getting products ready, boxing up orders, answering customer questions, and racing to meetings. But they knew they didn't have to do it alone. They reached out to friends and family who were happy to step in and help keep things moving forward. Rayyan also grew to appreciate how his business partner had evolved into a true friend and a mentor. When Rayyan made mistakes, his partner guided him with patience, helped him learn, and even covered some work when Rayyan could not finish everything alone. Still, Rayyan knew he had to grow too, and one skill he needed to learn was speaking confidently with customers. At first, it didn't come naturally. He'd stumble over his words or freeze when he didn't know an answer. But every tough conversation taught him an important truth. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build, step by step. So Rayyan learned by watching how customer meetings were handled by his business partner. He paid close attention to how he started conversations, answered tricky questions, and built trust with clients. Through this, Rayyan gained the confidence to handle customer meetings all on his own. As KWOH Distributions grew and took on more merchandise projects, another challenge popped up. Many clients wanted custom apparel, but their artwork was often blurry or incomplete. Without clear designs, it was almost impossible to show the manufacturers exactly what needed to be made. This was a big problem, especially since Rayyan didn't know how to design at all. But instead of giving up, he decided to learn. He spent hours teaching himself how to use Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop, and soon he could create clear designs that were perfect for the manufacturers. That new skill made Rayyan so much more effective. By sending clear instructions to the manufacturers, Rayyan cut down on mistakes and made sure customers got exactly what they dreamed of. With every problem he figured out, KWOH grew stronger and better at serving its people. Step by step, those hard-earned lessons turned into real results, starting with an urgent t-shirt order for a dance team and leading all the way to watching a customer pick up their wipes for the very first time. That was a moment Rayyan would hold on to forever. It wasn't just about making a sale, it was proof that the long days, endless learning, and waiting were finally paying off. Through all of this, here's what Rayyan wants you to learn.
You don't need to have everything figured out right at the start. Great adventures begin when you stay curious and open to new chances.
Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed Rayyan and KWOH Distributions' story and want to discover more exciting adventures from real entrepreneurs, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also sign up for free to explore even more inspiring stories inside our online portal at www.mylittlebigboss.com.